Hey friends, welcome back. Today was a day for me. It's Friday. Uh, Christmas is on Sunday, and I'm tired of shopping for everybody else. So I hit the dollar bins, hit them pretty hard. A couple of times I paid more than a dollar because, well, I wanted it. I really wanted the whatever. But okay, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go through these as quickly as I can. But first off, right out of the gate, let's hit these 8-tracks. Now, I don't see 8-tracks very often anymore, at all, hardly. But when I see them, I go and pick through them because usually they're $1 or less. Usually you can buy a box of them for like $5 at a thrift store sometimes. But occasionally you'll run into one like this. Now I have a piece of sticky tape over this poor girl here. Blind Faith. I believe this is Eric Clapton. I need to look it up. I believe it's Eric Clapton. Put it in the comments. If it's not Eric Clapton, if you know who it is, tell me, tell me I'm wrong or whatever. And anyways, this is a band cover, and it's really, really hard to find. And so this one right here pays for the entire day. I spent about $80 today. This one will be out on eBay for $80. So hopefully I'll get $80 for it. There's no guarantee, right? I'll probably put like best offer on it or whatever. Kenny Rogers, The Gambler, right? You can't have too many copies of Gambler. You go back to my other videos, I talk about that a little bit. All right, so Alice Cooper, Rolling Stones, Johnny Cash, Bad Company, Led Zeppelin 2, Who, Beatles, Abbey Road, Led Zeppelin, and Led Zeppelin, Graffiti, and the self-titled. Really, really good, iconic 8-tracks music, what have you. Let's go through this pile here. Kenny Chesney in the cellophane, perfectly new, wonderfulness. Unplugged Tony Bennett. This is like, so I found 2 of these MTV Unplugs today, and I've been hunting for MTV Unplugs, and all I can seem to find is the Nirvana one. Apparently, like, there's 200 Nirvanas out there, or 2 bajillion, not 200, bajillion Nirvanas out there, but like Tony Bennett, come on, man, that's awesome, right? Stevie Vaughan, The Survivor, the best of. So now I can get rid of a couple of CDs. Boston Best Of. I don't care about having duplicates of Boston. Boston's freaking awesome. Bon Jovi, Crush, Paul Simon, Rhythm of the Saints. I've been, going, I just want to get Paul Simon's again. I got rid of them all at one point, and now I want them back. Dire Straits. Now, when I first saw this one, I got really super excited because I was like, oh, friggin' autograph. No, not even close. It's somebody's name. Really pisses me off when that happens. Garth Brooks, Man Against Machine. Now this one, cellophane again. It's one of his later, well, here it says right there, first album at 13 years. Awesome sauce. Love it when I find that. Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor. I've been looking for this version of it. Donny Osmond. So if you are looking for Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, this is a good one. This is the one to have. Bruce Springsteen, Nebraska. Now, this is next. This is next. I can't read through the sticker here. Anyways, you get the point, right? So this is awesome. So this is from 2007, and this is like, who's next big hits, right? Who's going to be the next one? And it's MTV too. So they're like, okay, who's going to be the next people that you're going to see on our channel? Yeah Yeahs, Sonic Youth, The Shins, Spoon, couple Cold War Kids. Yeah, it's so cool when you find something like this. Like this was, this is when they made it, right? Is when they started getting released on these compilations. Monster by REM. Now, I have a really bad copy of this one, and this one was in like pristine, so of course I had to pick it up now. And then Hootie and the Blowfish, if you haven't heard Hootie and the Blowfish, they have so many good songs. This whole album, this one and the Alanis Morissette album, roughly the same time frame, and roughly, I mean, I'm talking like a 5-6 year span here, but like this is one of those albums where like almost every song got played on the radio. Alan Jackson, A Lot About Living, A Little About Love. This one, again, is one of those that like almost every one of these songs ended up on the radio. This one was a wild card surprise. I saw it and I'm like, no way. This was in the dollar bin. This is the hi-fi quality, like ridiculously well-defined. Yeah. This is special format stuff, right? And that's why I have this dude out here so I could play it and test it. Awesome sauce. I could not believe it when I saw this. This one, I looked it up, and it's going for $20 to $30, depending on condition. Now this one does have a condition issue. Somebody colored it in the center here. God knows why they did that. I don't know. Put in the comments if you know why they would have colored that in. Macarena. The whole CD, because you can never get enough Macarena. I actually might give this one as a gag gift to somebody. Who knows? I don't know what I'll do with it. REM. I don't have this one. I needed it, even though it may not be as good as the other REMs. Arguably. No offense if anybody's offended. Deep Blue Something. This is the one with Breakfast at Tiffany's on it. Stevie Nicks. Love Stevie Nicks. She's great. Scorpions, right? Awesome sauce. Can't go without your Scorpions albums. Actually, I'm building up my collection of them. Windham Hill samplers. So these are really, really, really good discs for background music. Like if you're working and you just need to focus. Awesome stuff. Paul McCartney, all the best. Compilations. Love compilations. It keeps my shelf less weighted down. There, let's put it that way. Sheryl Crow, Elton John, love this one. This one's a really super good Elton John disc. Daniel, Rocket Man, Benny and the Jets, all the good ones are on here. Could not believe this one was in there. They did want $5 for it, and I did pay up, but it's a sealed Radiohead OK Computer. This is one of their like really, really iconic albums. Karma Police. Police. Speaking of Police, right? Eric Clapton Unplugged. There's another awesome sauce. I've seen this in a lot of places, but I've never picked it up. I have the cassette. Chumbawamba. Okay, Chumbawamba is like tub thumping. If you don't know tub thumping, look it up. Just look it up. You'll recognize it immediately. It's like really iconic 90s music. And then here, of course, Moby. I was on a blog recently and people were voting up their music to like get to a top 10 list, and Moby made it to the top 10. This album, Play, it's a really good album. I sit and work and just listen to it in the background. Perfect music for that. Rick Springfield, Hoopastank, Pink Floyd. This one is like a double. I do find these a lot. I just pick them up because they sell really well. So this one needs cleaned up. But Arrested Development, this one is one that I think I already have a copy of this one, but if I'm recalling correctly, I think it's trashed. It spent some time in my car and kids and probably a floor mat. But anyways, you get the point. This one, oh, here's another compilation. Oh, crap. All right, here's another compilation. Like, Turn It Up and Pass It On. It's on AIM Marketing. But it's like all of these like cutting artists in '97. Nobody that like, I don't know, maybe I do. Cowboy Mouth. Yeah, I recognize Cowboy Mouth. Toothpaste 2000, Death of the Italian Film Star. Anyways, I can't wait to listen to this one. I'm not sure about the recording quality on it. So Jet, yes, Chicago. Oh man, these compilations, man. Again, I'm gonna lighten my shelf up a little bit. Beach Boys, Endless Summer. I'm pretty sure I have a copy of this, but this one I wasn't sure what condition mine was in, and this one only has some fingerprints in it, whatever. So I went ahead and got it. And then this Forrest Gump soundtrack. This is one that you can. Well, it says 32 songs on here, right? This is an entire afternoon of music, and it's really, really good music. All right, hopefully these don't fall. Let's review some artists. All right, so I'm gonna turn these upside down so you can't cheat and read ahead of me here. So this one here is Funk Junkies. Now, you may not recognize the band, but I guarantee you would recognize the song I Love It Loud, because it's been on like commercials, it's been on movies. It's iconic. I'll put a link in the description to their video, but it's basically hard rock rap style, kind of like maybe a less angry Rage Against the Machine. That's probably a horrible description. You can shoot me out in the comments if that's a horrible description. And then there's this one here, which is, I picked it up because of the title. It's called The Toilet Boys. I faintly remember this, kind of faintly, but The Toilet Boys, and basically it's female metal. It was, kind of a Metallica, female Metallica, I guess. So, early Metallica, that is. Pretty good listen. It's fun to listen to. I wouldn't like turn it on every day. Yeah. So this here is another one of the hi-fi discs, and again, another dollar bin find. And it sounds really good. I was really impressed. I like Bjork, and this gal, the female artist on this, and there's several different vocalists on here, male and female. Well, there's at least one male, one female. Let's put it that way. I don't know much about the band. Anyways, they're British, and she sounds like Bjork, which was really, really cool. I liked it a lot. And then this one here is Ammonia Mint 400. This was just freaking awesome. It has like really catchy beats, and some good bass line. It's just fun to listen to. It left me wanting to listen to it again, and I listened to the first couple of songs for a second time, and I found myself like tapping my toes. I was getting into it. It's pretty good. I liked it a lot. I'll put links in the description for this one. This one here, I couldn't do it. It's called like Scarce, Dead Sexy. It's on A&M, so, and this one's a promotional copy. I just didn't care for it. It was really fatiguing, because all I wanted to do was figure out who they sounded like. There was a little bit of Nirvana, a little bit of Blind Melon. It was just all over the board. Any 90s band is who they sounded like. It felt like they were trying to sound like everybody else, and it just didn't blend well. It didn't set well with me. Now, if it's your band and it's you love them, more power to you. There's probably a reason why, it was in the dollar bin, and I've never heard of them before. It was just fatiguing. All right, this one here, Blue Arts October Project. Now, I picked this up because I thought it was Blue October. It's not. It's October Project, which it sounds okay. It's an early 90s synthesizer female vocalist. It's pretty relaxing outside of the whole idea of a synthesizer being in there, and it's quite a loud synthesizer at that. This one, Michael Lee, holy moly. I put really, really good blues funk, and it is. This is stupid good. I wanted to listen to this one multiple times, but I had to get through the rest of these. Man, this is good. I looked it up on eBay, and I could not find comps. I'm sure they're out there. I'm sure there's comps. But this looks like a music CD, and the bad boy was signed. So it's so cool. It's really, really cool. I couldn't believe, I mean, I thought, well, you know, I looked at it and I was like, yeah, that looks like a concert CD, which I picked those up. But this one, because it was signed, I was like, oh yeah, hands down, picking that up. So, really cool one. And then this one here, this is Local H. If you're not familiar with Local H, get familiar. They're really cool, especially if you like Weezer. This sounds like Weezer made a Christmas album. It's so good. The disappointing part is there's only one freaking song on this whole CD. I was so disappointed because the one song sounded so freaking good. Again, it sounded just like Weezer. If you get in, I'm sorry, get on there and listen to that one, BR549. Now, BR549 is, if you've never heard of them, you really need to hear them, because it's like the most funkadelic country mishmash of awesomeness that you could ever hear. It's just so good. It's just such good chill out music. All right, that's all I have to share with you today. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you participating in the comments. Tell me, you know, did I really mess up those reviews? If you've heard of some of those bands that I'm saying I didn't hear of, tell me about them. Love to hear from you. Next up on the videos coming up, I have a turntable that is supposed to be new in the box in here. It's a linear turntable, and I haven't had one before, so it'll be fun to work on it. I'm sure it needs belts. I'm sure it sounds like crap, and I'll have to dial it in. And then I'm gonna do a video on preamps here real soon too. So if you haven't had a good day, I'm sorry. I hope this helped you have a better day, and like and subscribe, and have a good day. Thanks for watching.